Kwani sisi tukae mahali pamoja? Hapana. Haiwezekani. Na tutakuwa tunatembea Kenya yote. Na ukituona huko kule, wewe tusaidie tu, hata utunulie chai.
Most important thing is not that you hit the other fellow and knock him down. It is rather that you come to understand each other, that you speak to him, you try and persuade him, because then he'll become your friend and you cooperate. So in my approach to any problem, I'm seeking always to a way that we can do it together, rather than some friends of mine who think that if you have a contrary opinion, their mission is to make sure they knock you down and you're out of their way. They think you're blocking. But I have always believed that we must seek reconciliation between human beings. That is a more lasting solution.
Fellow Kenyans, following the results of the referendum, it has become necessary for me, as the President of the Republic, to reorganize my government to make it more cohesive and better able to serve the people of Kenya. Accordingly, in accordance with the powers conferred upon me under the Constitution of Kenya, I have directed that the offices of all ministers and all assistant ministers become vacant. Consequently, the occupants of the said offices cease to hold their respective offices with the immediate effect. A reconstituted government will be in place within 2 weeks. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good. Welcome to this press conference. This is my wife, Lucy, and I want to state something that I've wanted you to hold dear and permanently in your heart. You know, and I know, and everybody else knows that I'm married and I have only one wife. And everyone in Kenya knows it. But the media keeps repeating about my having another wife or wives. I want to make it very clear that I have only one dear wife, Lucy, who's here, and I do not have any other. And anybody who knows me and knows my family and knows how I live, they know I have only one wife. And they do not expect any dispel or any diversion from the reality of life by people telling lies. So, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to make it public and to appeal to you, the public, to listen to what I say and not to continue dispelling lies all over the place. It does not help anyone, anywhere. And it cannot be anywhere nearer the truth, since the truth is known. I have also had to say, I have only my phone.
And as I look around the whole world where Kenyans have migrated to, we have enormous supply of qualified manpower and women power all over the world. And we hope that they'll come back and that they'll join us in building that new Kenya. So as we think of that new Kenya, please let us make a decision today that history shall be written by historians. And that we don't spend a lot of valuable time wasting time arguing about who did what or who should have done what and did not do. Let us focus on things which require doing, and they are very...
Tuwe na bilateral labor agreements with many countries. Germany wameniuliza wafanyikazi, Marekani wametuuliza wafanyikazi, Ugaibuni wametuuliza wafanyikazi, Canada wametuuliza wafanyikazi. Tuko na nafasi karibu 1,000,000 ya vijana wa Kenya wanaweza kufanya kazi, watuletee madola hapa Kenya. Kwa sasa tunapata dola bilioni 4 kila mwaka kwa wale wa Kenya wanafanya kazi nje. We need another 1 million Kenyans to work outside this country so that we can use our labor to grow our economy and to change the fortunes of our young people. That's not...
Sometimes back, I stood before this house and raised the issue of the sitting arrangements and an issue that touched on the official position.
How can you suddenly become very clever? Sudden, umekuwa very clever. Wewe ndio unaweza kila kitu. Wapi? No, please.
Set in order for the Prime Minister to sit at the left-hand side of the Speaker, the seat that is meant to be occupied by Mr. Njirongo, who is a member of the opposition.
Raila Odinga. Let us thank him. Sio lazima wewe kila siku ya pili ya tatu ati lazima uproduce mtoto. What the hell? Hapana. Hiyo ni kukoza adabu. Kwani wewe kazi yako ni hiyo tu? Wananchi wa Kenya wameelekea njia nzuri sasa kwa sababu wameongeza kulipa kodi. Sasa wanalipa mara 3 waliokuwa wakilipa hapo mbeleni. Na hakuna jambo lingine lilimfurahisha kama jambo hilo. Na ndio nikaona lazima nilitaje kwa sababu nyinyi watu wengine wanasahau. Kodi ambayo sasa mwalipa mara 3 kiasi mlikuwa mkilipa hapo mbeleni ndio imetuwezesha tuinue hali ya Kenya, na ndio mtazidi kulipa, mulipe mara 4 kuliokuwa tuwalipa hapo mbeleni, na ndio tuinue hali ya maisha ya nchi hii. Hakuna njia nyingine, na hiyo ndio jambo basi. Sio lazima wewe kila siku ya pili ya tatu ati lazima uproduce mtoto. What the hell? Hapana. Hiyo ni kukoza adabu. Kwani wewe kazi yako ni hiyo tu? How can you suddenly become very clever? Sudden, umekuwa very clever. Wewe ndio unaweza kila kitu. Wapi? No.
President Kibaki arrived at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in the morning aboard a Kenya Airways flight. The president, accompanied by First Lady Lucy Kibaki, was received at the airport by Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka. During his New York tour, where he attended the East General Assembly, President Kibaki held talks with, among other leaders, the Secretary General of United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, and World Bank Chief Robert Zoelek, among others. At the forum, Kibaki explained Kenya's position on tackling Millennium Development Goals and cited areas that had been achieved and those that still face challenges. The President told the General Assembly that developing nations stood to suffer unless oil prices were brought down. It was during talks with the World Bank Chief Robert Zoelek that he called for speedy release of funds for the construction of Kericho-Kisumu-Busia Road. Daniel Korir, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
We are telling Mwai Kibaki it will not be long. He will have to quit State House because he did not win. We are making it categorical. that this is not going to be about a day, it is not going to be about a week, it's not going to be about a month, it is going to be until